looking to get a win here. It's crucial as they're at the bottom of the standings currently, and they could really benefit from a sweep here. Now both junglers, as we get a look here, King Kong on the Grok. Really want to see exactly how he decides to play around this because, you know, we haven't seen him too much in the jungle specifically. I think only, that one time maybe from Kyle Teasy here.
Yeah. So it's not as speedy compared to the Baksha, and he will always say, whatever I'm on desk, nothing outspeeds the Baksha right now. That means that for TNC, all they want to do is to make sure that they take advantage of the wild charge during the Lord dances or the turtle dances, because it's a very strong, big physical damage, and obviously you can keep yourself grounded just because of the power of nature.
Power of nature just has, it takes some time to ramp up, but when it hits, oh man, it's gonna hit like a tank. Now Keller, I feel like he's the oh, run, Chaknu. That's some odd shenanigans we're seeing here. Obviously, he can heal up very relatively quickly. One of the reasons why I actually really like the Minotaur. But it's a huge knock-up duo here in mid. I just realized Goyo and oh my goodness, Benfings. They're gonna, if you get caught by one, expect another one coming soon.
We know from a lot of the team compositions we've seen so far in these 2 weeks is a lot of that overlapping, right? Where at one point too, the enemy team is kind of, depending on what's picked up, they're like, man, I just want to play my hero, you know what I mean? Because they're just spending majority of the time in a pickoff in the air. So that's something and why Ediths especially are so popular right now.
Yeah.
They just provide so much of that CC, and also, not only are you tanky, but you provide quite a bit of damage. Now, fighting for it here for the first turtle.
Seems to be very happy to go in. Flicker from Hesu, man. Goes straight to the middle of it, but will suffer first blood from Ryota. Turtle still up for grabs here. Who's gonna get it? It's gonna be King Kong with a wild charge retribution. I guess that will be a kill for a turtle. Pretty good trade.
Pretty good trade for TNC. Could have sworn that that was a bad decision on their part. And also they allowed Ryota to stack up on them and pop the ultimate. But the idea is, let Ryota pop the ultimate before the turtle retri battle will be there. That meant that when the turtle was on the threshold of the retribution, they didn't have to worry about anything that Omega can throw onto them. In fact, Goyo got level 4. That's why he was able to burst on Ryota after the Petrify combo.
That's right.
And as you saw there, between both roamers here, they've met 14 times. Currently at 7 for 7. So we'll see who gets the upper hand in that matchup. Again, both very prominent names in the mlbb Philippines scene, and just what they've accomplished so far. And a lot of this, once again, when Chaknu came back for this season, there's been a lot of these expectations for him, and of course, like Etu Max and even Kelra, right? So hopefully they're able to find something that works for them. But right now, I think one of the biggest things too is, again, Minotaur alone has, I'm not sure 100% on the win rate there, but yes, it works. The CC is great, Minoan Fury and everything else, but you want to be able to follow up on that. And I feel like early game damage-wise, they might find themselves in trouble dealing with some of the bursty potential from TNC. That's one of the big things. And I think this Minotaur will help them kind of sustain through some of that, hopefully. But, again, is this going to be enough? If they can get this ball rolling, though, that would be great for them. But so far, with these lineups that they have, I'm not expecting, honestly, too much before we lead into this next turtle.
I agree with you. And Omega is a team that has the benefit of playing slow, which kind of does not align with their jungler of choice. Like that. Yeah. They want to play backside, they want to play fast.
Man, this guy did not go down. Triple knockup. I forgot about the knockup from the wild charge. Oh my goodness. I pity whoever gets caught in that chain CC. Etomax, though, and have to use a flicker to get out of there. Ryona's still doing some good damage as well as Andoryu, but I don't know how long they can keep this up, though. They're running out of fumes here. They're running out of health. TNC, they're pressuring hard. And the turtle, of course, will go over to TNC, but man, oh man, I do not want to be in front of that TNC chain crowd control.
The big boys of TNC, my goodness, it's a lot of knock-up, as you saw, and they wouldn't mind committing all of their ultimates just for a takedown on Chaknu.
Poor Chaknu, by the way.
Yeah, poor Chaknu. And look at this, they're not stopping.
Yeah, that's so easy for them to do.
Oh my goodness.
It's so easy to execute this lineup, man.
Exactly. It's classic MOBA win condition. The true key to victory, actually, in any kind of MOBA game, be it PC, be it mobile, more stuns equals more chances of winning.
Yeah.
Basic MOBA
basic
knowledge.
math.
Basic math.
Basic MOBA math. Basically the triple C comp here, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing. The fact that they have so much crowd control available to them, this crowd control composition, it's tough to deal with. Look at this. They're still actually going to go.
Wow. Okay, all right. King Kong being a big boss right here. And no, very confident because Goyo's right there. Bentix with a knockup already used the Earth Shatter. Already there. Hesu, don't forget, he also has a major crowd control skill on that Bravest Fighter.
It's literally bouncers, like just walking hand in hand.
Yes.
Zoning out. I mean, I don't know. This is nearly the We Bear Bros in game.
Yes.
There's 2 bears right there.
I agree.
Could not be an easier game for Innocent to pop off here on the Claude.
Okay. Well, still, what you're seeing again, TNC with nothing fancy. Like, again, that's I think what Wolf is even painting the picture here about the MOBA math.
Yeah.
It's like, it's nothing fancy. You're just planning yourself really well in the front line from TNC, and you're getting these turrets, and you know, there's not too many things happening just yet. They are capitalizing on the fact that they have a Kadita as well. So that's one thing. Smart Omega's got to answer back somehow, but again, they're lacking in the damage department.
Now for TNC, like, let's just say there's nothing fancy about chaining stuns, right? Maybe the only fancy thing here is that all of their stunts are actually skill shots, like Bentings. Your knock-up, you don't really target it, so technically speaking, all of the stunts coming from TNC aren't that reliable. But the thing is, you only need to hit one, and then the chain CC will follow through for sure.
It's a lot easier if you land the one, right?
Exactly.
Whoa!
Look at that. Look at him go.
That was picture perfect.
Yes, sir.
Being forced, it's like corralling sheep. It's like you're forcing sheep onto something here, but of course Kelra will not stand for it.
Hesu.
We got follow-up from Hesu though with the Bravest Fighter. A bit of an oopsie there on the flanker, gives Kelra a double kill.
Okay, still going to be going. Might put pressure here on Bentings to do something about this, but he is tanky enough. I don't know, man. Looked like Hesu was a little too aggressive there.
Yeah.
Caldogging his way under the turret.
Whoop, you jinxed it.
Yeah, kind of jinxed it. Right? But, of course, the thing with the Hesu is that I think that was a bad decision anyways, because even when they do land a stun onto Omega, onto Kelra, Kelra still has the Purify, and he is under the turret. So, okay, well, there's the Purify.
Been used up already just to be safe, but like you mentioned, I love the Purify on Kelra. Again, he's not being as aggressive as we thought he would be. He's just answering. Like, mano a mano here.
I think it's good, though, too, because, again, he's garnered himself a couple kills, right? And something that Irithyll definitely needs is time to build up. But already, as we just saw from that last skirmish, you know, he's respectable in the damage now up to this point, which is crucial, right? First Lord, though, will be one of the deciding factors on how they finally get some of these turrets to work with. Again, most of these turrets are still up. They don't have a ton of space to work around with. If they could get the tier 1 in the mid lane down for TNC, that might help them, because that's the minor advantage that TNC has, and you can see it. You know, this is basically the result of having that tier 1 down. Okay, King Kong checking the bush in a very, you know, King Kong way.
You're not going to be scared to use that. You
Might as well.
got so much crowd control behind you.
Yeah, I mean, like, at this point, a wild charge is just a bonus, because you have Onward, you have the Ocean Oddity, you have a lot of stuns there, like you said. And imagine, like, that looked like a silly play to us, but if there's someone in there, that will be a good play.
Instant
right?
kill.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, only because we can see, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
That's King Kong for you, aggressive.
Very
And not stingy at all.
That's right. Okay, so no rough waves here might make it a little tricky for TNC to take this. They got CC, but the damage is a little far away. So how are they going to play this? Omega seems to be happy to just keep going on the Goyo. Nothing fancy, just business for Kelra.
Wow, okay, so that was a big pickup. Like you mentioned earlier, Goyo not having the rough waves, now he's not even in the picture. So they fight for this Lord full force from Smart Omega.
4v5, knockups already used up on the Ryota, using the Furag armor to soak all of that up. Now that juicy crowd control that we talked about there, going down the drain for a few seconds. That means Omega can kind of force it forward, pushing it in. Chaknu getting into position. Reset on the Lord. That is huge from King Kong.
Good reset there.
Good
Now
reset.
Goyo's going to be back. Then things will just go ahead, regenerate there.
Yep.
Great play from TNC to stall that on and
I
keep
agree.
it from, ending up as a Lord take for Smart Omega.
Exactly. And now Omega will even have to think about the minion wave, because if you're looking at the top lane, there's a massive push actually ushered by Innocent. And look at them. They want to reset this once again because you already watch where Innocent is going. He's making the beeline towards the bottom lane. And what's going to happen here is he's also pressuring that long lane, as I call it. Long lane. I call the long lane the lane opposite the Lord lane, the long lane.
That's right. Makes sense, though. Yeah, makes sense. So now,
Pretty long lane.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty long lane.
oh, they're chasing. Oh, Flicker already used by Ben Things. He was waiting for the Primal Ref to go on.
This means Kadira, look at Goyo, able to put plant himself in a good spot already.
Oh, look at Innocent, too.
Good play from
He
There
just
you
took
go.
the buff as well.
The macro.
Yep. He took the orange, put the pressure there in the bottom, and it's only Etu Max down there by himself. No one's even going for the Lord yet.
Goyo able to find a good spot,
Oh.
or was
Really
he spotted?
deep. Really,
was
he
spotted.
spotted.
Was spotted.
He's
They
definitely
know.
spotted, yeah.
They know.
Andoru trying to get
Oh.
the connection. Kelra.
Man, Goyo. I don't know how long he can last. These again very defensive rough waves being used here by TNC.
Innocent's still there.
Yeah. We're back in the position. This is deja vu. Goyo without the rough waves. He's just waiting in the wings. And Omega friending the Lord.
They might be going for a cutoff here as Innocent now finds Ryota.
Oh, Ryota, they chose a target. They finally go for it. They stun Innocent. He is
Oh.
super low. The knockup from Chaknu.
Oh.
And there you go.
Chuck Mamba surprise.
Wow! Maximum range with him no Fury, and it was enough. Even after the flicker, Innocent couldn't run.
There it is, Goyo. He's
Goyo!
going Kelra, but Kelra has the Purify. Damage
Oh!
will not be enough to reach him, and Goyo's gonna fall. Man, Kelra is not falling for these traps.
I mean, he would have went down either way, but that Guardian's barrier, he's like, he didn't get Kelra and he's trying to run back. Oh, bad things. Things got really bad really quickly for
my
TNC.
goodness. And Omega definitely has the lead. He spotted Hesu as well. And E2 Max. He is the spotter. And who was the sniper? It was Chaknu finding them there.
Man,
Ryota
oh, man.
doesn't care.
I hate to say it. This is classic TNC. Beautiful early game.
Remember when I was saying,
Uh,
keep the gas going,
And
make
at-
sure you have enough gas.
at some point, man.
Don't run on E, man. Because that whole exchange went from bad to worse real quick. And now they've got to deal with it. Again, they actually have relatively good clear. They should be able to handle this Lord. But they're going to definitely lose some of the real estate here on their side of the map.
And also Omega relying on their quote-unquote all reliable at E2 Max, their captain of the ship for Omega, defending the bottom lane and also keeping tabs of Innocent. He was also instrumental to taking out Innocent because he landed the ultimate
Yeah.
onto the claw. That meant that they had a shot, and of course Chaknu finishing it up. And by the way, the last knock-up coming out from the Minotaur or Minoan Fury is always like the hardest when it comes to like damage output.
That's true. Max range as well on that last one.
Yep.
So here we go. It's Omega just exerting their dominance on the map as usual. Chaknu heading still, waiting for someone to make any play. It's going to be Ryota though. Goes in with the last Insanity. Good damage on the minion
Wild
waves
Charge
as
used.
well as King Kong. Wild Charge already used for the escape.
Oh, man, you see Goyo, too, trying to get a position.
Spotted. They know.
They know.
Know what's up. They know what's up. Hesu trying to get in the position. Goyo's in trouble, but
Or is
able
he?
to pull off rough waves with the Ocean
Bending.
combo.
Innocent's not there.
Oh, there it is. The DPS coming in from Kelra. 4 bouncers right next to you. Kelra can do no wrong.
That's tough. Again, looking for a play, and then Innocent forced to go back to base, and it just collapses in front of them.
It's all just about the tempo for Omega. All they needed to do was to wait for their item timings. We're talking about their lack of damage, but this is the point where Kelra has reached critical mass.
That's right. There it is. All these knockups now are having a hard time hitting their target. Ryota, again, using all of his tools to get into safety. Hits by Etomax are starting to really hurt.
So that's what I was saying too. Again, you know, in the early game where TNC kind of had that advantage with some of the tools that they had, especially Goyo. Goyo had a great early game, and now you see him taking some of these risks, right? Let me try to find someone, get spotted out. The damage is obviously already there for Smart Omega, as we see them so well with the Purify, able to escape, gain the health back. I believe he does have that Haas Claws to get the life back that he needs. So, you know, that's definitely a problem here that TNC has to solve. Now they're even working to get some more. The Divine Glaive being picked up by Max as well will make the pokes even worse for them.
It's a lot of damage they can output just because of this Novaria. Okay, so Exhort looks for Goyo. Understandable, because he... Wow!
Oh, Jesus! Whoa! Jesus!
Wow!
What is Killer on right now?
Damage. He's on damage.
What is that? That's way too much. Oh, Chakmamba, 2K assist.
Oh!
Oh, my goodness, there you go. Omega, they found their target, but Innocent finds Max as well. Goyo still in the wings. He's looking for a target. And once more, will be able to exit out for the meantime. Now, that's the best that TNC could have come up with.
Hey.
Finding Max.
Watch out, Innocent. Gets all the way to BMI. Oh, King Kong. Are you... Okay, he's not serious. Okay, so watch out for Goyo. Who actually...
Oh, he's serious.
Oh, he's serious.
Oh, Innocent.
Wow. Goodness.
So decisive for Omega.
Oh, so bad.
So you're questioning it. And that's what happens.
Yep.
Those are King Kong things.
Just King Kong things.
Oh my god. Okay, now TNC will definitely lose control of this Lord. No chance at all. And you know, sometimes when you make a questionable play, it's not just your behind on the line, right? Sometimes your teammates too. And that's exactly what happened in there. Without King Kong, you know, without the conceal, without the Grok to spot out where Omega is, it left Innocent, you know, hanging. There was no defense at all for their Claude.
Yeah, and right now, no Innocent to clear for the next second. They have some time. They just need to buy more.
They're all going to be up here.
He's going to be back up. Goyo is also on the sides, but this time it is definitely TNC on the ropes.
You'll notice that TNC decided to go for the roam and for the roam on the Kadita. And by the way, the Kadita actually went and became a lowest goal for a certain point in time because he was just roaming around. It's not like a Kadita that clear out waves. That's why TNC, I think that they'll have double... the only benefit here that I see for Goyo is that he will get the blessing. But apart from that, he doesn't deal the damage!
Oh!
Ouch!
Goodness!
That's the damage they have to respect there, and now they've got to respect the fact that they have to deal with this Lord while being poked down like this. Can TNC hold on?
Yeah, they got to do something right here, right now. Chaknudo preemptive with the Minoan Fury. Everyone just burning under the hands of Ryota as well. Lord's still there. King Kong already used it. All of their ults are down. TNC are now going to have to rely so much on their wave clear, their manual wave clear, as Omega are bouncing. They're pushing in, and they are going to break the base. That's game number 1 going over to Omega.
This winning moment.